This is the Barbados Today evening news for Friday, April 27th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. Our top story this evening, Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite is raising concern that a growing number of locally based, internationally owned commercial banks may consider pulling out of Barbados. Delivering today's Astor B. Watts lunchtime lecture, Brathwaite warned that Barbados and other regional governments must move swiftly to protect themselves against the fallout from banks which no longer see the Caribbean as profitable. He cautioned that hundreds of jobs could be at stake because of decisions made by head offices in foreign countries whose main concern is their bottom line.
I believe that this is a threat to us and that we have to address it, and that from a regional perspective, that we should form and or acquire an international bank so that when these issues arise, that some shareholder or some director from outside of Barbados don't make a decision to move the bank, sell the assets and disappear, and then we are scrambling because our people have no banking resources.
Brathwaite also announced plans for greater regulation of the gaming industry if the DLP is returned to office.
And I firmly believe and recommend that we should have a properly regulated gaming industry, which includes casino gambling if they so desire, right? Because we need to have a strict regime in place to address our know your client deficiencies, to address our anti-money laundering deficiencies, and to ensure that in fact that there's no link between gaming and terrorist financing. And I speak in particular using my hat as Attorney General and my overarching responsibility in terms of ensuring that our framework, and I don't have one, that our framework complies with the best practices for the Financial Action Task Force and the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force in terms of their know your client requirements.
In other news this evening, the Barbados Labour Party is promising a clean campaign in the lead-up to the May 24th general election. BLP's General Secretary and Campaign Manager, Dr. Jerome Walcott, told a news conference at the party's headquarters on Roebuck Street this morning that it does not intend to run what he called a salacious campaign like that of the incumbent Democratic Labour Party. Flanked by Chairman of the BLP's Marketing and Communications Committee, Noel Lynch, Walcott said it is time for a serious national discussion.
We intend to run a campaign addressing the issues that matter to Barbadians. Topping the list, of course, is the economy. The Dems are seeking to run away from serious discussion of the economy. After 10 years in office, they have not made a difference and have nothing to show in this regard. We expect the Dems to run a trivial, vile and salacious campaign, a campaign of distractions to divert public attention from their mismanagement and incompetence. In fact, they have already started their nastiness.
Walcott says the BLP will officially kick off its 2018 campaign on May 5th and will launch its manifesto the following week. Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, Robert Bermudez, wants management to focus more on internal reforms to cut costs and less time lobbying regional governments for millions of dollars owed. Addressing the institution this morning, Bermudez said while regional governments should pay their debt, it is management's responsibility to cut costs. Meanwhile, presenting the 2016-2017 report to the University Council, Vice-Chancellor Sir Hilary Beckles said transformation of the university has already started. He noted the establishment of a task force last year and the implementation of its AAA plan 2017 to 2022. The plan is designed to, among other things, help the university identify new revenue streams and cut operational costs.
Realizing that public universities are not corporate businesses, and there's a consensus around that concept. However, there's also a consensus around the concept that they must function and behave business-like. And therefore, in behaving business-like, that means we have to focus on our efficiencies, we have to look at our productivity, we have to look at our revenue sustainability, and we have to be adjusting from time to time the elements of the business model. And this is what we are doing. We've had a number of conversations to that end. We've met with the heads of governments at their meeting in Haiti a month ago. We discussed with them. We have established a task force to look at alternate methods of funding the university, which would mean addressing, again, the business model.
And principal of the Cave Hill campus, Professor Eudine Barito, says she has already put measures in place, including freezing some positions.
We have insisted that our lecturers and faculty carry the required teaching loads. We have rationalized courses so that if there is low enrollment, we look to see if the adoption or that particular course could be offered with others. We have, as I said, frozen some positions, not critical ones, but more importantly, we have started to devise programs that would attract the members of the public looking for new areas. So, for example, from September, we are rolling out 2 new master's programs in nursing education. We are very aware that we are public and we are accountable to the government, and we report to the Caribbean people and the government, but we have pursued a number of strategies that in fact have enabled the Cave Hill campus to survive the economic stringency, and we are looking for more and more ways to become as self-sufficient and to earn revenue.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
One night, one winner, only one team can deliver. Balance, comprehensive, unrivaled coverage. Barbados Today, Capital Media HD 99.3 and 6 Gear Studios. Don't miss election night on www.facebook.com/Barbados Today, on www.barbadostoday.bb, live on www.capitalmediahd.com, and on www.facebook.com/Capital Media HD.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. The Grenada Parliament has held its first sitting since last month's general election. The new National Party, led by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, swept the polls in the March 13 election. The government said it plans to pursue new initiatives to create more employment opportunities for young people. And the Governor-General, Dame Cecile Lagrenade, said government remains committed to the principles of democracy, social justice, and the rule of law. And finally, on the international scene, the leaders of North and South Korea have agreed to work to rid the peninsula of nuclear weapons following a historic summit. The North's Kim Jong-un and Moon Jae-in of South Korea made the announcement after talks at the border. The leaders also agreed to push towards turning the armistice that ended the Korean War in 1953 into a peace treaty this year. And that's news. Remember, there's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. And now you can sign up for Barbados Today's WhatsApp news alerts. You can visit our website, www.barbadostoday.bb, for the directions. I am Mary Claire Williams. Have a good evening.